starting with the show in just a moment. As you guys know, I've got some things that I got to take care of when I do the broadcast. And just want to say welcome. And boy, oh boy, as you guys know, things gotten interesting take care of when with broadcast with Bitcoin, huh? Haven't things got interesting? I'm gonna share my stream. Give me a second, guys. Man, let me tell you, this Bitcoin stuff is gonna be interesting to look at. Come on, connect. Just trying to make sure my chat is working, I hope. Chat area so you guys get to see it too. All right. Give me 1 second. All right. So, I think you guys know the deal. Let's take a look at it. I know we don't have a lot of people in the chat yet or here at all, but yo, Joe, what's happening, buddy? Man, why can't I get this to work? Give me 1 second, guys. I'm trying to see why my chat it doesn't seem to be working. Ah, we got it working. I want to be able to save your guys' chat because it doesn't save. It doesn't save for some reason when I transfer the video, even though the chat's up. When I transfer the video for it to be up posted for everybody, it doesn't show. It doesn't show the chat. So that's why I wanted to add it. Anyway, Joe, how are you, man? Bitcoin. Well, okay. So we all know the deal, right? We all know Bitcoin controls how the market reacts. Well, let's look at the facts. Everything is down, down, down. Bitcoin right now is at 36.5. I wish it was up in the 60s. So 36.5. I got into the discussion today with somebody about market cycles, and that's something I want to go over a little bit too. Yeah, man, totally a Red Sea. I'm going to go over a little bit later. We've had so many new members who I think it's been tough because we've had this bear market now since early November. So the problem has been is a lot of these new guys are coming in, let's say, 4 months ago, and really all they've seen from the crypto market and kind of the stock exchanges is that things are dumping. Things aren't doing well. And if things aren't doing well, it's not fun because then you're not really making money, right? So the thing is we just have to hold on. Hold. That's why HODL is such a big thing. Hold on for dear life. It's because the fact of the matter is we don't want to sell our securities for a loss, not unless we absolutely have to. Because remember, the money we're using is not supposed to be, it's supposed to be extra money. This is investment money. This is money you can lose. It's a gamble that way. So you seriously should not be concerned. Don't sell. There's no reason to panic sell. Listen, prices are going to continually get lower. Whether you understand that or know that, prices are going to keep getting lower. And just it's okay. Negative 5,000, 10,000. Even some people can get upset at seeing negative 100. If you've only got 500 invested, seeing negative 100 would make me upset too. The point of the matter is you got to hold on, and we have to wait until the market reverses. And don't sell now if you don't have to. Okay? There's just no point. We're going to actually start the show in just a moment. I just wanted to touch on just taking a look at Bitcoin, man. Joe, I'm sure you realized it, but I think because we've talked a little bit, but price is not looking good. I think it's going to go down to 30K. Now, this is the reason that I'm saying this, okay? So there's 30K right there. If I mark it, that's 30K. So yeah, that's 30K. A little low. 30K. 30K is in there somewhere. Whatever. The point is this was the other area that we had right here. So we had this. Okay, that was a spot in the TA that we could have stayed at, which we did stay at. So by the way, do you see this first resistance area? That's why when we were there, that's why it was so important, because all of this area here could have been an area that we stayed at for a while and then eventually made it back up. Denny, what's up, brother? Yeah, rest in peace indeed, right? You damn right, man. Rip. Because it's rough. Listen, it's rough. And I don't know if you were in the room earlier, but like I've been telling everybody, don't sweat it, man. Things are going to pick up eventually. You already know the deal. Don't sell. We have no reason to sell. You know what I mean? Hold on to your investments. But things are going to get more murky and more red before they get black. I'm just telling you that right now. So be aware. Be aware. All right. I just want to make sure I shared this stuff. I got to share it on Twitter now. Somebody told me to share the stream on Twitter. So all right. So we're going to start the show anyway. Let's get back to the matters at hand. So what we're going to do tonight is we're going to go over market cycles, and we're going to go over looking at all of our different coin, because let's face it, at this point, everything is going to be down, right? So like you and I tonight, we can go through all the coin that I have, but just everything is going to be down. Bitcoin is down big time. All of this stuff is going to be down big time. You just have to understand that, right? So, real quick, because I was telling Joe, Saitama got hurt real bad too. You know what? I want to make sure we go over it. Listen, it's okay, man. You already know. I'm sure you're down big time. I'm down big time. It's gonna be okay. This is not something we can sweat. If you're gonna sweat it, then that means you're not made to be a long time investor. You already know the deal. A lot of people already know the deal, though. If you're new to the space, hold on. Things will change back eventually. I'm going to explain market cycles in a little bit, and we will eventually get to the point where growth is happening and we can start to profit again. When will that be? I'm not sure, but we can piece some things together today. That's what I wanted to do. All right, so now that we have enough viewers, I can start everything. What's going on, guys? Conquering Crypto Friday night. Things have changed. Things have changed recently. Before we get into that, you can find us on Facebook. You can join the Discord if you want to tip us. We've got the Venmo, and I post a lot of my TA on TradingView. We have a Conquering Crypto TradingView and TikTok, and I'm sure a bunch of other stuff. But for right now, that's what we have. Okay, so let's go over what we had, what we can expect, and how far are we really going to fall? Like, what is our potential? I'll get to that too. Let's see. Denny said in my position days before it completely tanked. Oh, did you really? Oh, so you got out of it. There's my buddy Zach. What's going on, Zach? It's a rough being correct on my TA, ETH, and not waiting to the proper buy. Well, hey, man. If I don't know if you already bought, I guess you did, but Zach, this is why I said wait, man. This is what we were waiting on, bro. We were waiting on the big reversal when it's finally, oh my god, it's finally here. The reversal. And it was like we had a chance, but we didn't get there. Like, I've got a whole bunch of cash that is still just sitting and waiting to be put into different things because I'm not ready to go in yet. And of course, I'm super glad I didn't, because everything's down. Another 20% down. Another 15% down. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't jump in yet. But it's okay, Zach. If you're, it's okay. Whatever, man. Whatever. Actually, you know what, Zach? Just because you're bringing it up, I'm pretty sure you're talking about Ethereum. Oh, you bought Ethereum. Ah, man. You know what, though, man? You know what? I have to say this. I have to say this specifically. Oh, it's down at 26. I didn't even look at Ethereum. I'm looking at some of this stuff live with you guys because I want to go over it as if I'm first seeing it too. So the only things I usually follow is BTC, SHIB, and some of my other stuff. But when it's a Friday night and Tuesday night show, I wait to look at it because I want to look at it together with fresh eyes so you can see how I would look at it from a TA standpoint at that point. Does that make sense? I don't want to mess with it until I see it and then we can go over it together. So that's the reason why I haven't looked at some of these prices. Ethereum. So now we were really expecting Ethereum. The absolute rock bottom we were expecting on would have been 2,700. That is that level. And the problem is, man, look at that. I guess it was all the way up here. He got it 30. And right now, you know what? That's actually not, that's not too bad for Ethereum, is it? Let's see. So from the 30 down 12%. I mean, and exactly, that's the point, Zach. That's still a sale. You still got in on a sale price, man. So it's okay. I would have bought, like I have been so itching and ready to buy and to jump in to these markets. And seriously, just waiting, man, because I don't know what's around the corner. Things can get so random and weird with crypto, especially. So, and like, look what happened. I didn't buy on purpose. I told myself, no, I'm gonna wait. And look what happened. She fell again. So, all right, let's go over what we can expect now maybe with Bitcoin. Why are we going over Bitcoin? I get people that ask me this every once in a while. Bitcoin is the most important crypto. Looking at Bitcoin for us is showing us the outlook of how the entire market reacts. If you look recently, we had this fall, everything was a sea of red. That's because Bitcoin goes down, the market goes with it. So now that we know that, okay, we know that. So what we do is we go over Bitcoin, what Bitcoin might do, because then that can help us when buying and selling our alts, right? Makes sense? Okay. So now here's the deal. I did not expect us to fall at this area, okay? I did not expect this was what just happened. So here's what I saw when it came to like the mixture of the news. I guess there's some things going on in Russia. The Russian deal is they're thinking about banning crypto. So that put a big hurt on price, right? And the problem is we then broke because news brought price down to a certain degree. Okay, so let's look at it. We were, so this is our uptrend. Okay, as you guys all know, that yellow line is our uptrend line. Now here's the deal. Hey James, good to see you, man. I jumped back on last Friday week when things were starting to stabilize. The rock bottom, the green dipped up in the 3/4s. Yeah, man. A lot of stuff is getting wrecked. Okay. I don't want to get too sidetracked, but I'm glad you can make it, Bone. Good seeing you, man. I haven't seen you in a hot minute. Let's look. So we had BTC, right? BTC in this area, we were really expecting. Listen, I was expecting a reversal at this point. I'm being dead serious. And I can only give the TA that I see, right? I still didn't buy yet because I'm waiting. I mean, buy big time. I've been buying here and there and scalping here and there. I still got to make money, but it's been harder to do and it's been more rare. And that's because we're still in this bear market. But anyway, we broke this trend. Now we broke it. I'm guessing one part was the Russian news. So now that we broke that major uptrend. Hey, Frankie, how are you, man? Thank you. You can join us too. I've got my core group of guys. I'm so glad to see you guys. Frankie, as always. Boner, as always. Zach, as always. Joe, as always. It's good to have you guys in here, man. And let's go over some of this stuff. Let's see how we can prepare a little bit in the future. Okay, we had the bad news, the Russia thing. I guess there was something else that might have happened with Russia. I don't know. They're like approaching Syria or something. Frank, you might know something about it. You're a smart guy. I don't know. Russia's doing something where there might be, I don't know about war, but some kind of conflict, and that can hurt price. But the big thing I know about with the Russian thing is now they might ban crypto, and that hurt price. Now, that hurt price, right? So let's look. That hurt price, and the problem is, guys. Oh, that's okay, Frank. Don't even worry about it. But I'm pretty sure the Russian crypto thing, them banning mining, that absolutely is the reason we shot down. Because I don't think if we had that news, I think we would have followed this line and gone up eventually. But now the landscape has changed. Like that's going to be the importance of this show, okay, for you guys, because you actually are some of my core guys, the ones who I want to give my info to, besides everybody in conquering. When I come and explain this stuff to you guys, this is like my core stuff. This is stuff I'm working on myself, and I want to present it to you so that you can see what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, what I'm looking at. Okay, so we dropped under, and this is where it gets scary. So the other mark that we had, and we mentioned this, was around 38, 37. Let's see if we can get in there. So this was our major uptrend, right? We've got this yellow line here, major uptrend line. So this area here, 40K, might ban crypto. Yeah. It flip flops all the time. Same with China. But the Russian thing is, I'm sure what kind of news hurt us, because this is only like a 5% dip, something like that. But it was enough news to knock us down. That's all I know. So we had this area up here that we were sitting pretty, right? 40K, everything was strong. Look at this. You can see all the support. It was great in this area, and then the idea was we wanted to go up the uptrend, like nice and easy up the uptrend, develop that ladder that I'm always talking about. I'm sure you guys are sick of hearing about. I developed the stupid ladder, but that's how this thing leaves me all the time. We develop the ladder, right? Eventually, and then we get up and out, and with the ladder, what does that do? It eventually gives us a new uptrend. That's what we want. Oh, listen, Danny, of course crypto's going to bounce back. But yes, exactly right. Crypto's going to bounce back. It's just going to be a couple rough months, and that's something I wanted to go over. What can we look for? What can we do? And the best thing you guys can do is just not get overly nervous. Definitely don't be selling your stuff. That's the worst thing you can do. And just hold and wait. Just consider it's now going to be a more long-term investment, but let's look at where it can go. So let's look. So we had the opportunity. Look at this. We had the opportunity to sit at 37K. All right. So you see that level? That would have been an important level. The reason this is such an important level is because besides our 40K, this was our last major support bounce. Okay. And that happened back in August, but it's still a support bounce that we can use and reference. It's still, I can see it in my TA window. Then I count it. Then it should be important. Now here's the big area. If we get under that line, or I'm sorry, we have gotten under that line. So now what I'm trying to say is the next place for us to go, it's 30K. I mean, that's reality. There's nothing here to hold us in. You see all this whole area? I haven't looked at the VPVR, but I'm going to tell you that this whole area to me, it just, it looks rough. Where's my VPVR? Why does it always reset on me? Hold on, guys. Sorry. Where is it? All right. So let's look at the VPVR real quick. Let's go out a bit. Let's see some important areas where that it could hit on. See, look at all this strength, man. Well, you know what? It did have all this strength basically because of this whole consolidation area. This would have been after the fall from last year. Do you guys remember last year, the bad fall that we had in May and April? Okay, so this was the May fall. April we dropped, then May we dropped. Then we went into consolidation for a couple months, but all of this area, look, it built up some really, really nice strength. So I don't want to say it, but I don't think at this point it's possible for us to get under 30K. I mean, I think it would take some extreme, I don't know, just continued bad news, more things to happen to crypto that would be so negative that would drop it down that low. Because remember, we've now got countries that are buying this stuff, okay? So places like El Salvador and all that, countries are now using it as their literal currency. So it's like once they see a sale, they gobble up prices. I remember the president of El Salvador, he I don't know the direct statement, but he said every time it drops significant amounts, he's going to buy, $1 billion worth of Bitcoin. And so far he's done it. So you have like places like that, and all this is growing now. I can't see it getting under 30K. I'll be honest though, if it goes under 30K, there's going to be some crazy sale prices. So there you go. That's what's going on with Bitcoin right now. Uh, there's really not a whole lot else to say. We can develop some TA. I hope it doesn't get down to 30K, but if it does, hopefully we want to bounce back from that. There is an interesting head and shoulders pattern. Zach, I don't know if this is something you've noticed at all, but let's look at this right now because this is the only other thing that I've noticed. There is a really interesting right now. Look, for you guys that don't know, there is a pattern called head and shoulders. And it looks like, yeah, V. So let's, for you TA guys, do you guys see this as well? For those of you that, I know there's at least a couple of you that do a little bit of, little bit of TA. That's a head and shoulders pattern, right? So to me, if this is gonna be our head and shoulders, it's possible that this is the perfect area for a bounce. You know what I mean? So just like based on how that's moving. Now, I don't know if that could be considered a full-on shoulder. Again, this is just kind of wonky TA, but I wanted to go over it because, I mean, Bitcoin is going to be the big deal now. Now that we've broken the main uptrend, I don't know what's going to happen. Let's go over Ethereum a little bit, since we were talking about it earlier with Zachariah. Zach, I do not fault you in any way gobbling up Ethereum at 3,000 because let me tell you that this is when I was ready to get in. I was seriously ready to drop a couple grand in Ethereum and just be like, that's it, we should be good now. Here we go Ethereum. Like Ethereum, Solana, Litecoin, let me tell you, I am definitely jumping onto a lot of these, the big coin, you know what I mean? Anybody wants to follow me? Yeah, Denny, you're more than welcome to tell them about your Twitter. Denny does all these new NFTs, and that's something we're going to be going over later as well as NFTs. And I think Dennis and oh, you've got an HNS. Let's go over it. So we've got another head and shoulders from Zach. I like getting others TA and going over it. Yeah, but Denny's got a nice he does his NFTs and he's been doing really well with it. And I like the stuff that he's got and I like the stuff that he's done. Definitely check him out on Twitter. I know him and is it Maddie? Matt, I think of you guys look like you've been teaming up on NFTs. You guys would totally join, forces as much as possible. This is all crypto-based stuff. We want to make money with crypto-based things. So NFTs are absolutely right inside of that. Okay, so we've got my NFT, I got some TA from Zach. By the way, guys, if you ever want to send me TA, I love going over TA, whether it's mine, yours. I love going over TA. So I like getting this because I like going other. See, so the only difference we have, so look. The only difference that I have they're both very similar, by the way. The only difference that I have is you have us. Oh, you see, I like that though. You have us getting back down to what is that? 40K? I can't see with all this stuff over here. But you have us dropping back down here maybe before a bounce, and mine would have been higher. So yeah, we have basically the same kind of pattern. It would be really nice if we drop down, if we hit that 30K and we finally bounce back up to where we want to get. But Zach, that's it. That's perfect. That is the perfect, dude. That is a head and shoulders. I don't know if you just did that now, or I don't know if you had that. You must have had that. I posted that on January 13th. Oh, you did, huh? Well, either way, that's solid. I mean, it's headed in the direction. So whether it's old or new, that's a perfect head and shoulders, man. And if it starts to go that way, we can trade it that way. But I'm looking at yours and it's pretty good. My S is right here. That's my shoulder. So it depends on where we get to where it would bounce and drop down again. Because yours it has we have getting back up a little, back up to 50 before we drop back down, and that's where I think the problem lies because we're already down so low. You know what I mean? But who knows? Who knows? We'll see. Denny, I'm glad I can help you guys with charting. I want to give as much charting as possible. Yeah, but we missed the top of the second shoulder. Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. So the top of our second shoulder is what we just might not hit. So that's why my shoulder is up higher than yours. You know what I mean? But yours is down here, and what you wanted specifically. Let's look at this, guys. Which is great. He wanted a bounce here, I believe. To nope, here. There we go. Which would have made this the shoulder. And you know what? That's still possible. You know what I mean? I think it was a little bit higher up there. Now it can still maybe head back down, and once it flies up from 30K, that would totally be a solid head and shoulders. Like there you go. And that's exactly how we can look at to trade it. For those of you out there who don't know, because I like going over TA. Yeah, I wanted to bounce from 40K too. Are you kidding me? So the head and shoulders actually we have right now, I think they mostly have it dropping back down. Like in other words, this is not what we want. It might continue down before it continues up. Yeah, so we might actually not be getting that bounce we want. It's all going to depend, like if your neckline is here, because the neckline depends, and if my neckline is, see, my neckline would be curved, so we would need to bounce soon. So you know what, man? I'm gonna say that this is gonna be pretty difficult to get that head and shoulders. We're gonna have to wait and play around with price and see what happens a little bit more, but yeah. All right, anyway, enough going over that. Thank you for your TA, Zach. Always glad to have it. I like putting it up, and I like going over it. And just to reiterate, yeah, Danny does a lot of NFTs. Check him out on Twitter, and he's got some really cool stuff. I want to get more into NFTs as well. I was thinking of having a separate NFT show where because I'm still learning with NFTs, so I kind of wanted to learn, go over with you guys. I've bought a few, but I know a few guys that are doing really well with them, so I was hoping we could all go over that together at some point. And and check out the world of NFTs if that's going to be if there's there to make money. Let's try it. I know a lot of you are. Let's go over Ethereum again real quick because I know we didn't touch on it too much. So Ethereum broke its main uptrend. That's just bad, man. Like all of this stuff, guys, we're going to go over. Prices have fallen so bad. And at this point, I'm just like I'm looking at a lot of my my portfolios, and I'm sure you guys are too. And I just like, you remember the Indian or the Indian that's on the road who sees the trash who sees the trash in the middle of the road, and somebody throws trash and he's standing on the corner, and then he turns, and then the single tear comes down. Sorry, I have to do it. So this is me. This is me every single time. Every single time that I look at my portfolio. This is me. It can't be true. It can't be. I'm sure a lot of you probably go through the same thing. All right, sorry. I wanted to show that. Okay. I hope you guys haven't gotten as sad as I am. But anyway, all right. Ethereum broke the main trend. Let's go over some other coin. So we're gonna go over this other coin. My buddy Mike, he got a coin called Antis. Now apparently Antis Inu, they sent. Satama actually died. That was all of us. Yeah, that was all of us. That's for sure. Antis Inu, I guess, got sent to a bunch of people that owned SHIB. And he likes it. It says it's going to be a SHIB killer. Of course, there's 100 coin that say they're going to be SHIB killers, whatever. Anyway, the reason I wanted to go over it is because they get out of here. They are getting listed on Bitmart very soon. This is a Dex coin. This right here would have been the news that they got it. But he told me about this coin a bit ago. I didn't do too well with it. I don't know how well he did, but he told me about this coin back up in here. And then of course it kind of fell down. But what's interesting about this Antis Inu now is the Bitmart listing. Now the Bitmart listing comes out in a couple days. So this could just be something to watch, and I just wanted to go over it for you guys, for him, because it's something that's in DeFi that, like, I might throw $100 into it just to see what happens. You know what I mean? So yeah, there's enough e-news for all of us. Stupid question. Can you change the time frame on your TV list? I just can't figure out the time frame they're basing their percentage change values on. Not sure exactly what you mean, Zach. Can you change the time frame on your TV listing? Percentage based in, yeah, I'm not sure what you mean on that one. There's a lot of stuff that you can change in the settings. Like, there's so much stuff in here besides appearance, and you know what I mean? There's so many different things that you can change maybe in settings. You might want to screw around with some stuff in there if you're having trouble. I'm going to keep going. So Antizinu, something to check out. You know what? We got Denny here. Let's go over Saitama. Actually, I'm going to use this poo coin. Is yours a Saitama Inu, right, Denny? I'm pretty sure. This is it, right? No, that can't be it. Hold on. I know I had it up in here. I guess we'll just look at it from here. There. This is just for you. We're going to get a pen out. Give me my pen. Where's the pen tool? Oh, come on. Dun, dun, dun. Anyway, whatever. It doesn't look, I mean, yeah, I guess it looks a little bit rough. Actually, dude, look at that. That is a perfect cup and handle example. Yeah, man. I kind of nailed that, bro. Kind of nailed that. But, you know, like I said, what's nice, you see as well, Denny, you actually would have not gotten this drop here if it wasn't for, of course, this stupid Russian news. So, to be honest, this, like, is holding strong here. If that Russia stuff didn't come up, this wouldn't have fallen down here and it would have had a chance to still bounce up. But right now, Saitama, there's a bottom here, dude, that it doesn't look like it'll go under. So you can look at it anyway to say, you can look at it and say, like, this might be a low. Like, I'm not sure if you're still going to be buying and all that, but you could totally look at it and say this might be a low. You know, if you want to buy more, of course, a possible entry, but I don't know if you're done with it. That's what I was trying to say. I don't know if you're done with Saitama or because this is a perfect time to get back in. And Zach, yeah, I'll check it out later on if I can help you. Of course I will. But Saitama, what are you going to do, man? That's how it is. The market's going to be rough. Just hold on tight. I know you've got a lot of Saitama. So did you say you unloaded it? You got rid of most of it? I thought you said that maybe you got rid of it before the dump. Something like that. Next one we're going to go over, by the way, guys, is Flow. This is one that we checked the other week. And sadly, as we're going to go through a lot of these, just remember, like, I have to redo, sold it. Oh, no way! You're not the King Saitama anymore. Wait a minute. We got to change your name. You got to become just Denny again, bro. Yeah, you got to become like NFT Kinger now or something like that. Because that's not going to work. That's that's not going to work anymore, man. King Ape. We'll change that later on. Remind me. I like that. You can be King Ape. Okay, so Saitama, it's hurting. Glad you got out of it. It is what it is. Let's go over flow. So now flow is one of those coins where I was like, hey guys, look, everything is super low. Let's buy. If it just reverses right now, we're all gonna be rich. So of course Bitcoin didn't reverse. So guess what? Everything that I'm gonna show you is gonna be so far down that I can't even do predictions on it at this point. I mean, of course, we're still in the middle of a falling market, falling bear move. But like, to be perfectly honest, I all of this stuff is going to be down hardcore. So whatever. Check out looks. I don't know what that is. Looks, is that a coin? Remind me before the end of the show. We'll go over looks if you want to go over. Give me like the pairing. Is it like look USDT? Just give me the pairing in chat and we'll check it out in later on. But I've got it written down for you. So many good things about it. We should all check it out. Sounds good. Sounds good to me. All right, let's go over flow. Look, flow is getting more and more worthless. Do we see the I'm worthless MILF down here telling us that flow is worthless? Flow is getting worse and worse, man. It's been on a downtrend. This just hurt it even more. Flow is going to be something definitely to check out in the future, because I'm not sure how low, to be honest, the flow is going to go. I wanted to do JASMY. Let's go over JASMY. JASMY, I think we go over this for... I think this is for Zach. We go over this for Zach, I think. Sometimes I remember who the coin is for. Sometimes I forget. I think this one might be Zach's. But anyway, JASMY had the chance of staying in this uptrend, and now it's just not doing too hot. Do we see how it fell down in here? So it did break the uptrend. It can maybe form a new uptrend based on where it lays, but it's just, not doing a lot. But again, I'm not saying we're going to go to the next coin and go, oh me, oh my, look at how good you're doing, because all of this is going to be garbage. Okay, it's all garbage. Throw the whole crypto blockchains away. Just throw them the hell away at this point, because everything is doing crappy. JASMY, we'll come back to you when things are brighter and better. Let's go over another one. Now, this might be a new one to some of you. FTT. I don't know if we went over this last time. I can't remember. It's considered to be FTX token. I don't think we went over this last week. I can't remember. I have so many listed. Like, seriously, I have over 40 that I track all the time. You know what I mean? And I gave you guys like 10 of them, and I don't remember what we went over. So FTT, just check it out. This was one of the other ones that looks like it could be at a bottom. Right now it's 39. It got to a high of 69. And I just feel like it's one of those coin that if Bitcoin gets its strength again, I have it. See these yellow, by the way? See these yellow flags that I have? That's coin that I'm specifically checking on, and I have alarms set some of them at certain prices. So when we reach those prices, I know now could be a good entry time. But to be honest, man, because Bitcoin is so everywhere, we think it's going to reverse. Oh, it's like the bear market's in total control. So basically at this point, we just have to wait. You literally have no other options right now. You can place shorts, which I am going to do. I don't recommend that for you guys, but you can place shorts or you can wait. That's it. So for most of you guys, I recommend waiting. What the Conquering Crypto is going to plan on doing is we're just going to keep discussing good coin in chat in on the Facebook, on the Discord, so that we can figure out what's going to be perfect to buy when the time is right. Because remember, a lot of this stuff is timing. So let's use the timing to our advantage. If things aren't good now, let's not play itchy trigger finger. Let's chill. Let's wait. You know what I mean? You got to strike when the iron is hot. And right now, it couldn't be more cool. So we have to wait until we get that certain market cycle moment. And then we go up with that. So that's why I'm holding. That's why I'm chilling. There's nothing exciting about holding. That's the thing that stinks. There's nothing exciting about watching dropping. It's not fun. I want to make money. So do you guys. So let's just group up as much as we can. And that's why I like it when you guys share as much as possible in the channel, so we can share these coins. We can share these ideas. We can share the technical analysis, because that's the kind of stuff that's going to be better for us in the future. That's the kind of stuff that's going to make us more money in the future, and that's what we want. That's what we're here doing. So there you go. That was FTT. It looks like it's at a bottom. I don't know how well it's going to do in the future, but it's something I'm keeping an eye on. Next one is going to be ENS. Now, ENS is something that I think I went over before, but I was like, man, this is at a great low. It developed the support line, and then I guess it fell through that on the 5th. So I'm not sure if we came back over ENS, but keep Ethereum name service. It's going to be interesting. It's one that I've got marked just because I think it's going to be something important in the future. You know what I mean? Like, I think once Bitcoin starts to reverse and take take crypto with it, I really do think that, it's going to develop a nice uptrend, and I think price is going to go up with this. Look, it's at 18 now. ENS got all the way up to 87, 88. So, big room to going back up, and especially it reached it twice as a double top. So, we'll see. Next one is EOS. EOS was at a low. I think EOS was at a low. Let's see. So again, oh, now look at this. This is interesting. So I told you guys, I think, about EOS the other week, right? And let's look what happened. We're at, now this could be a perfect and prime buying scenario. Now check this out, guys. Check this out. This is what I mean about finding coin at when the lowest point could be, right? Buy low, sell high. Well, let's look at the lowest point. Check this out. So there was a whole developed support area and this 2.5, and Bitcoin is down big time today, and it has not broken 2.3. I am putting a special marker on EOS. EOS is now something I am absolutely going to be looking into come the future, because let me tell you, that to me, having that kind of support and strength and not breaking that line even though Bitcoin is in the toilet, that's something I'm going to be checking out for the future. It got all the way up to the 15. This would have been in May before the fall. Oh, Joe, I'm not sure. EOS? Let's see. Oh, I'm glad you're saying something. EOS lawsuit. Well, so this is a coin. This isn't a stock. So I don't know. Block one. Business. Oh, you know what? So this is the first I'm hearing of this. I actually don't know. Remember, I was just following the TA, but this is interesting. And I guess EOS is block one. Let's check it out together. I see EOS, so I guess it's called block one? What is block one? Huh. Well, you know what? I don't know exactly what the deal is. This is block one. I guess that's the same thing as EOS? Yeah, powers the EOS blockchain. Block one raised the whopping. So okay, well, you know what? EOS just might be involved with a lawsuit. Not sure. Voyager FYI. Hey, what's going on, Blake? Voyager FYI. Voy FYI. Is that something you want to check out? VOY? I can write it down if it is. We're gonna go to our next one. CTC EOS. Thanks for telling me that, Joe. Because I'm now going to put a little asterisk next to it, and we're going to see what happens with that. I have not heard of the EOS lawsuits. First I've heard of it. The Ripple one is the one I hear the most about. You know what I mean? Anyway, thank you for telling me that. I've got that marked. Next thing we're going to go over is CTC. CTC is another one. Look at this. Bottom of a perfect triangle. This would have been a perfect opportunity to scalp. Come on. This would have been a perfect opportunity to scalp, right? I mean, the bottom line is Bitcoin fell, it broke the line, but actually it only moved it kind of level. That's really not a big deal at all. So this could still totally be a thing. CTC could be a winner in the future. Now, again, I don't track things like Joe just told me, lawsuits and whatever they have going on behind the scenes. I track the TA. I don't care about all that other stuff, but that stuff does count. So when I go over this stuff, I also am not grouping in tons of research. I'm doing the TA. So just make sure you understand that when I'm going through this stuff. There could be a lawsuit pending about one of these guys, and I say, "Oh, look at this great triangle." Next thing you know, they lose their lawsuit, price plummets, and you know what I mean. So just remember, whenever I find this stuff, it's only based on TA, and then I go further in my research if I care about the coin. So something specifically like that EOS, I had no idea, but that's why we do these things, because we inform each other. That's what the group is for. Anyway, CTC, this looks great still to me. I feel like once Bitcoin decides to reverse or whatever, CTC is credit coin is absolutely something I'm going to be checking out. It's something I'm going to be watching. Big old watch list there. I've got more for you guys. The next one is STEP. STEP. Did I remove it? There we are. Now, Step Finance, this pairing is with USD. It's on FTX. This was just another one of those ones that I found that I thought was interesting that's like at an all-time low. So it started at, let's see where it started. It started at 8.1. It's now all the way down at a mere 17 cents. This one is specifically on FTX, but I'm sure you could find other places. But that's just interesting to me. It's now as low as it's been, so it's basically back down to its all-time low area, which again, what do we want, guys? We want to buy things as low as possible. This could be a nice entry point on this. Again, if Bitcoin starts to reverse, right now would be a perfect entry point, so long as Bitcoin reverses, remember that, on what would be STEP USD. So just remember that, all right? Denny mentioned earlier, he mentioned look. So we're going to go over that. Is it looks with an S? Denny, if you're there, I think it must be. It's probably looks with an S, right? Looks, I believe. Does that look like it? Is it considered to be looks rare? Looks rare, I guess. I don't know about that one, Denny. That coin looks a little bit rare to me. It's looking a little rare. God, that was terrible. Thanks for my dad joke. You're welcome. So it's an NFT token. Let's check it out. We've got a nice little uptrend. It's been around since January, the way it looks of last. No. Oh, no. It's super new. No, no, no. This is like brand new, huh? Interesting. This isn't old at all. This is it brand new? It seems like it's brand new. So anyway, this is look. Denny told us to check it out. You can stake it. It's brand new. There you go, guys. Let's give it a little look see on CMC. Looks rare. Let's check it out. 4.26 right now. Interesting. Okay. It's ranked in the 3,000. Hey, you can get it a bunch of places, huh? Bitmart. It's got a lot of overseas exchanges. Huh. Talk on Twitter about being bullish. Awesome. Well, there you go, guys. Looks. That's definitely something to check out. Yeah, I might look into that too, actually, just to see what kind of, you know, what could possibly happen. So now, guys, you've hung out for at least 50 minutes. Now, I want to go over market cycles. Okay, so in other words, this is what we're going to be looking for. For anybody, I'm sure you guys, of course, I'll be shouting this stuff out all the time when I see it, but I want to go over market cycles because somebody specifically told me today, and they said we're not in a bear market. Well, the reality is you can have kind of a different opinion, kind of, on what constitutes an actual bear market or bull market. It's also a little bit different when we're talking stocks versus crypto, because crypto I don't think has had enough like lifespan to fully develop. I mean, it's 10 years, right? Stock market's had what, 70, 80 years more? Man, I don't even know how long stock market been around. Probably a long time. Probably a long time, longer than I'm probably thinking. So my point is, with only 10 years with crypto, and in the last year and a half, we just got over 10K. Okay, so we're still in crypto's infancy, and this is just one coin, Bitcoin, of course. So let's define and look at what I would consider to be, because remember, my bull and my bear cycles might be different from yours. You could also be looking at them differently, if that makes sense. So in other words, you could be looking at the market as a whole, and you could be looking at certain sections and say, well, that's a bear market there, that's a bull market there. I take it with the trends. We've talked about this before. I recommend the trends to everybody. Following the trends will make you money. That's why I haven't bought back into Bitcoin, because we're not done with the current bear cycle we're on. So I'm just going to map out what to me is an uptrend, downtrend. But that doesn't mean it's a bull cycle. It doesn't mean it's a bull market. The bull market and the bear market get defined in amount of time. So we're talking length of time with price going up, length of time with price going down. And it typically is at least months. Now remember, with crypto, it's a little bit different, just because especially a year and a half ago, we just got over 10K. We got all the way up to what, almost 70,000. So things are a little bit different. This is what I see and what I think we're waiting on. So let's go over it. So to me, we started our biggest bull market, Bitcoin's biggest bull market. I still got to pull out a little bit more, huh? How far should I go back? All right, so this is a nice starting point. September 4th of 2020. This is going to be from September of 2020 till April of 2021. That to me would be considered a bull market. That is a full-on, complete bull market cycle, okay? It's a full bull market cycle. We started, it took us from what? So how many months is this? So almost, let's see, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. So it's about 7 months. Now that's 7 good months, 7 or 8 months, whatever, is a solid bull market cycle. And we identify that, right? So let's move forward. Our next one is going to be this guy right here. Okay? It's a lot smaller. Now, when the market goes bull, it doesn't necessarily mean it's a bull market. You can have bull patterns, or I'm sorry, bear. When the market starts to go bear, I'm sorry, I'm saying bull. Getting my bee animals confused. When the market starts to go bear, like it did after April of 2021, price then fell from 63 all the way back down to 30. Again, that's why I don't think we're going to get below 30. I think 30 right now, and I'm being dead serious, I think 30 is the absolute lowest that Bitcoin can go from this point on, unless something drastic happens. Because the bottom line is, there's, like I mentioned earlier, there's just too many companies, countries, miners. There's too many influences on it that I think if it gets down into the even further 30K, it's going to be gobbled up by whales, like purchases in droves. I can see it. Too much relies on it now. So there's no way I can see it falling below 30K. And as a matter of fact, let's take a look. Now, of course, it dipped down to like what, 20, it dipped down to 29,400, but since January of 2021, literally 1 year. Oh my god. Is that from today? Is that really today? Wait a minute. Is that last year today? Oh, 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 well, okay. It's the same month. I thought it was the same day for a second. Okay, anyway. So this is January 2nd, whatever. Still January. So within 1 year specifically, last year, this month, we have not been under 30K. That's a long time. 1 full year, and we have not dipped below 30K. And we've had opportunities. Look at all that. We've had opportunities to drop. I think at this point, guys, dead serious, I don't think it's going to happen. Now, let's go. From this point is when we then got back into another bull cycle. Okay, so we developed this bear cycle here. It was a small one. But to me, because that's an amount of time. So let's look. That's April to July. So remember this past year, we had the big fall. It's something we discussed a lot in my room. We were like, oh man, May is coming. There might be bad things in May. We had some commenters that said some things, and a lot of that stuff actually came true, where the market kind of fell and collapsed. So again, we were back up to 65. That was the all-time high, by the way, at that point. Dropped all the way down to 30K in no time. We're doing that same thing now, but we're just doing it slower. Okay, so finally, we've got our last two. This would have been a bear cycle. I'm sorry, bull cycle. Man, I'm going to keep messing those two up constantly, huh? This is going to be a bull cycle. Now, again, I don't consider it to be like a full market cycle. It's only a couple months, but it's still a bear or bull cycle. As a full market cycle, you have to take like 6+ months. Like, time is a factor when we're talking about bear or bull type markets, because you can have a bear type market or a bull type market then with a bull pattern or a bear pattern on top of the market. So it's all really how we put it together and define it as a system. So where are we now? That's the question. Where are we now, and when is it going to end? So now, look, guys, just imagine this. Okay? Imagine, because I don't think I did this show. I haven't been doing this show, of course, for a year. I think I've been doing it for a couple months. So imagine if I was talking to you guys, right? And it was what? It was May of this past year. So I started this group in March. So imagine this, guys. We're here, we're having this conversation, okay? Duh. So remember when everything crashed? Let's look. Let's get closer. Everything crashed and we're like, oh man, this sucks. It's such a bummer. Well, imagine if this was right now. And I was like, guys, as soon as we start to see some kind of reversal, it's going to be, it's the time. It's the time to jump back into the buy area. I'm really curious. If you guys don't mind, let's take a look. Because I want to give you an idea of what I'm going to give to you, what I'm going to explain to the group. I see it once I see it. So we're going to actually go over it. Okay? I hope you don't mind. I'm just trying to show you guys what I think I see coming up. Let's take a look. Check this out. Okay. So for the most part, I'm just going to follow it. Let's follow it together. So here goes price. Okay, again, this was the bear cycle. This bear cycle happened between April and July of this past year. Now, this entire time down here, imagine if this would have bounced. We saw a little bit of life. Okay, just a little bit of life. And we just at least check it out. That doesn't mean it's gonna continue. But if we see a little bit of life, like this would have been a little bit of life too, okay? What the point is, oh, here's me tracking all kinds of other crap. Jeez, DeMarco. Do you do technical analysis? All right, so now if you can imagine, if we saw this type of pump, okay, I would have said, well, hey guys, look, hey, look, it's possible that we could be entering a new cycle. Doesn't mean it's going to happen because look, it didn't happen back here. It fell back down. Let's see how much we have to see still for me to officially say, okay, guys, we're back in the bull market, because that's not enough. That's what I'm like. I'm playing super safe now. I don't like losses. So let's look. Let's continue. So that would have been an interesting point, actually, real quick. I just want to make note of this. At this point, this is resistance. Now you notice we broke resistance, but we did not actually carry through. So we broke resistance back in July, August, just a little bit. No big deal. This would have been resistance, but we fell back into it. So that's when I would have officially probably said, like, we're still stuck in consolidation. And now things are interesting. So immediately once we break, because remember, this is what we had as consolidation, okay? This area, this block. So this block here was consolidation. Now this is what I've been waiting on for a whole lot of time with our new TA. I'll go over that in a second. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Really appreciate you. I hope you don't mind me going over this stuff. I'm really doing it for you, but either way, I enjoy teaching it. I hope you enjoy learning. Thanks for listening to me. Really, it's been an hour now. I appreciate you guys. So now look, things now got interesting. Okay, so this would have been mid-August. All right, we could have then said to each other, and I would have said, like, guys, we are starting to develop an uptrend. Now, do you see how long before I would have rung the bell to finally say, oh, it's an uptrend? But you see, that's when the cycle started here. Okay, now that's why the other week when I said, guys, this could be the low. Remember that? Remember that when we were on our other mapping on BTC, and I said, this could be the low, guys. Just like Zach. Zach bought his Ethereum because he thought this was going to be the low. It's time for our reversal, right? And it just hasn't happened yet. So that's why I said this is a possibility. It's a speculation. It doesn't mean it's going to happen. It means it's possible that now's the time. So let's look. It finally broke its plane to where things got real interesting now, August of this past year. Let's keep going. Now we started to develop a trend. What we would need to do at this point is we would now need to start breaking these other areas for things to really get interesting. But now would have been the point when we have two touches, and I would have said, well, this would have been a big deal right here, actually. Us breaking the channel, that would have been a huge deal. So when that happened, but you see how it happened here too? Okay, so just because it happened here too. It's when we start to just look at stuff. This is what I'm trying to tell you guys a lot. Joe, you bought too? Dude, I bought too. I just didn't buy a lot. I bought some Litecoin, I bought some SHIB, and of course, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I'm just holding on to it. So my point here with this is, even though we're breaking these areas, it doesn't mean it's time to buy. It means it's time to look. That is more important. Just looking to see what you have. If you want to play as smart as possible with your buys and sells, certain points, certain areas, just look. Look at what you have. Let's put things together like I have here, and you can use that against your portfolio in thinking what might happen. And you make more money that way. Let's continue. So at this point, I would have absolutely said, look, guys, coming up soon, I bet you it's going to bounce off of this line. Okay, I don't remember what happens. I bet you it's going to bounce off this line and continue. I already know it's a bull cycle, so duh. But I bet you it bounces, and when it bounces, that's when I would have said, free for all. It's time. Pull those triggers because we are on a bull run. Let's see if I'm right. There's the bounce. Now remember, there's the bounce. I just drew the line based on the second. But now that we have a third bounce, I mean, come on. What else are you waiting for at this point? If I'm going to play as safe as possible, this is when I would have seen this candle right here specifically. Let's just say I was watching it 24/7. If I would have seen these two green candles after this bounce, I would have literally opened up my Voyager and probably purchased 2,500 of Ethereum. Dead serious. This is what I would have done if I had that much money to spend back then too. But I would have bought like 2,500 of Ethereum, 2,500 of Solana, 2,500 of Bitcoin. Buying the big boys is more important than, to me anyway, than trying to find the 10,000 plus percent on some random DeFi coin. To me, it's more important to bet on the big guys because the other stuff, it's just so randomly risky. You guys do whatever you want. I want you guys to make money doing it. I find it too risky. But of course, that's the way she goes. You do you. I'm just trying to put the information together for all of us. So let's continue. Boom, we're on an uptrend. Guess what, guys? The reversal is here. Look at what happened, okay? That's how it would have been last time if we were tracking it like this. Now, I don't remember. I don't think I was this hardcore into TA until June. So I don't think, yeah, so maybe I was like looking at it, but I was just checking things out. But I've gotten, I've been studying this stuff now nonstop. I do it all day long. So I'm now, when it happens in the future, that's what's nice, is now I'm to the point where I can tell us all, hey guys, look at what's coming, look at what's going to happen. I think we're here. So that's what's exciting about this time. I hope you guys aren't being too hard on yourselves in the market, seeing all these negative numbers, because I am going to really try and tell the group when I think we're at our low, so that 6 months to a year after that, you can really profit. And I guarantee you we will get there. I guarantee that once the market turns around, I'm just going to give out some layout, some education. You guys can gobble it up as you want, and I'm just going to tell you guys what I am doing. And you guys can do whatever you want based off of that. I'm definitely not going to tell anybody what to do. I'm going to give you the information. You do what you will. Let's continue. Now, I don't know if this breaks here. Let's see. Yeah. What's up? Check my phone. This is my wife. Check my phone. Yeah, I'm still on, hon. You need me off soon? Alright, whatever. Anyway. My mom's calling me, guys. Look at a picture. Okay. Yeah, I'm still on, babe. Ah, I see. Okay. Well, you know what? We've been going for over an hour anyway. I'm going to finish the cycle stuff, okay? And then we've been over an hour anyway. I've been sitting here talking to you guys, so whatever. Got some things that I had to do. That's also why I started a little bit late today, so sue me. I do the best I can, okay? Okay, guys? I hope you're happy. Ma, the meatloaf! And speaking of Meatloaf just passed away, man. That really sucks. He was a sweet rocker. He was also awesome in Rocky Horror. Rest in peace, Meatloaf. You will be missed. We lost Bob Saget. We lost a few of them, man. Anyway, hold on. I don't want to get too distracted. I had a point. So I would have seen this uptrend, like I hopefully will once it's coming in the future. Yeah, Meatloaf passed away, dude. Yeah, I don't know if you knew that. Meatloaf passed. Bob Saget passed. We've had a few guys go. Betty White died. It's been a lot of celebrity deaths, man. It sucks. People that should have stuck around. I can't believe Betty White died on New Year's Eve, a couple hours before. Crazy. Anyway, so this would have been the uptrend. This would have been another touch here in this area. Now, I'm not sure what happens for here, but I would have said that so there was a drop. So that drop happened September. So now this, well, let's see. Okay, so this here would have been the perfect cycle. Now, I don't know if this continues up. Right, so it was not the end of the cycle. When I drew those squares, this would have been encompassed in the whole market cycle. So it would have been like this. Okay, so that's in October. Let's see if it continues. I think in November is when we got our all-time high. This I need to change to green. So it would have continued that bull cycle. And then this is where we are now. And that's what stinks, is this is where we are now. We've developed this bull area. But what does that mean? What does that mean, guys? I mean, let's think about it in reality. We know we know what happens after the bear, the bull. Okay? If we know we're this deep into a bear cycle, the bull cycle is not going to be too far away. I'm saying, let's see. If Louis Anderson died too, yes, thank you. I was thinking, I knew there was somebody else that passed. Louis Anderson, that's who passed. Sucks. Um, yeah, if we know that we're getting to be this close, this deep into what is the into our current bear cycle, our current bear movement, we've had patterns, all kinds of bear. Well, eventually, guys, it's going to absolutely get to the point where it's going to reverse. I mean, it's almost guarantee it. But when is the question? Are we going to touch 30K again? Probably. If we touch 30K, I think I'm going to put money out no matter what. I think if we get down to 30K, I am just going to start buying some stuff. That might be maybe I should be more cautious, but let me tell you, man, if we hit 30K, I'm absolutely going to be picking up more stuff just because the sale prices are going to be everywhere. But guys, we have been going on now for an hour and 15 minutes. I want to thank you guys for coming out to my Friday night show. This is Conquering Crypto Live. Yeah, so you can find us mostly on Facebook. We also have our Discord. We have a TikTok if you want to tip me personally, because I do all this sugar mama shit for free. You can tip me through Venmo, or I also take crypto. I got a nice big crypto tip the other day. That was awesome. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, it was really cool. And Frank, as always, guys, thanks for stopping by. Joe, Denny, you guys are always the best. Really appreciate you. Zach, please come back on Tuesday, but of course I will be putting out more information just so we can all kind of share it together and wrap our heads around it. You know what I mean? See what we're getting at. But thanks again, guys. You guys are awesome. Wonderful Friday show. I hope you guys learned and checked some things out with me. And I really am excited about when this bull cycle is going to change. Because look, like it's not going to happen for, like, look, we're right here, right? So let's say that we drop down, like, let's say it happens just from eyeballing it, right? Doesn't that look like a nice way? Like February would be the change. Like, just look. See how that just like looks like it would fit? You know what I mean? Doesn't that look good? Like it's right around the corner. So you know what? I've got that pegged at like February 6th. I see good things, man. Really good things coming soon. But okay. Peace out, guys. Much love. Thank you guys for coming. Next show on Tuesday night, but of course you'll catch me saying all kinds of random dumb bullshit in chat. Love you guys. I'm out of here. I gotta go.